This is what happens when I go to bed with wet hair. It just sticks up straight like Kramer. I look nuts. Why do you think you are nuts? Has a mind of its own sometimes, I must say. Hey everybody, welcome to another 5 Favorite Friday video, because it's the first Friday of the month of February. January went by like in 2 seconds. So like, I swear I'm gonna like blink and I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like 75 years old, I swear. So this is my 5 favorite things for the month of January. And number 5 is something that I've been thinking of putting on my website for a while now to sell. And I kind of want to know if you guys would be interested in something like this. And it's what's called a pocket brush. Like, it's basically a comb, but it's 3 layers of bristles like this. And then it's, you know, this is by Tool Structure. This is the 502100. This isn't the brand I would sell online, but it's the exact same thing, just a different color than what I would sell. But I love this thing. It's basically a brush, but it's light and plastic in one piece like a comb. That makes my hair look even more crazy. I really like it. I've been using it a lot lately when I've been cutting synthetic wigs, because usually they're very full because they're for drag queens. So I usually go in with a wig brush and do my haircuts. But that's kind of gives you a little weird result because you're not combing it out straight with a full width of your section when you're using a wig brush, because a wig brush is only, you know, 3 inches wide. So you're not going to get your whole width of section as if you had a comb. But this is like a comb brush hybrid thing, so I can easily comb up sections, I can easily comb things around my hand, and I also really like having this for on-set purposes when I'm at events or if I'm doing someone's hair for an appearance or a red carpet or anything like that and I have to be there to like touch them up. I really like to have one of these in my pocket, especially for curls, because you can just take that ringlet, brush it around your finger, and it's back to being pretty. Really like the pocket brush. Okay, so number 4 is something that I actually do sell on my website. People have asked me lately what I like to use to tease hair with. The answer is the Comb Air comb, which is this. It has serrated teeth right there. It has a cushion grip. There is a version that doesn't have a cushion grip. They're the exact same thing, only it doesn't have a cushion grip. And then there are 5 metal teeth on the end. There are versions that have a plastic pick. There's versions that have metal but with a ball tip pick. I don't like any of those. I just like this one. It's just a plain metal pick. It's like $1 more or something usually when you buy them. But I think that the little cushion grip helps. I really like them because they aren't really flimsy. Like, it's kind of like I can bend it a little bit, but I've never snapped one of these, ever. I've snapped teeth off of it, but I've never actually snapped the comb. How many of you guys out there have ever been teasing a wig, or even your own hair or someone else's hair, and the comb or brush just snaps? I've never had that happen with the Comb Air comb, and I have 3 of them out right now, just because minimum of like 3 of them on hand at all times. As you can see, some of them have some hairspray on them, some product buildup, whatever. Things last for years. I had the same one all through high school and kind of into college too. I think I had the same one of these that I got from my mother that I think I stole out of her bathroom, so heaven knows how long she had it for. I love these little buggers. I am selling them online for $5 a piece over at bobbypins.com. Yes, that's bobbypins.com. Local pickup, international, and domestic shipping options available. Check it out, you guys. So number 3 is something that I've had basically since it came out. I was obsessed with it when it came out. I kind of stopped using it because I stopped really having a need for it. And then recently, I started working on a Broadway show that had one, and they were using it. So I've recently become obsessed again with the InStyler. I'm sure you guys have seen all the commercials and the infomercials or the YouTube reviews of all that stuff for the InStyler. Basically what it is it's a combination of like a curling iron, a flat iron, and like a round brush. And basically, there's a metal heating element here. This also gets hot. This spins around. As you close it, the bristles, polish your hair, make sure that it stays nice and silky smooth through the barrel, and you can wrap your hair around it to get a curl. You can pull it down to make it straight. You can twist the ends up to get a little bevel. You can do bangs. You can do kind of a little wave thing. You can do a lot with the InStyler, and that's why I love it. I think it's very versatile. It isn't the cheapest hair appliance on the face of the earth, but I think if you buy them online, you like get one free or something. I don't know. I bought mine at Ricky's a very long time ago, so I've had mine kind of since they came out. I was obsessed with this thing in beauty school. I used it all the time. And I think I want to do a tutorial or a review on the InStyler soon. So number 2 is my favorite leave-in conditioner for human hair wigs, and it is the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. I love this stuff. This is the big bottle. I think it's the biggest size that comes in. It comes in like a little tiny guy and a medium guy, and then I think this I think was like $35 at Ricky's, which means it's probably like $30 or like $28 anywhere else. Like I've always said, Ricky's is always way overpriced versus traditional stores and stuff like that, but I know it's a professional salon product, so you might have to go to a salon to find it. I don't know. I sometimes do see it in like CVS and stuff, but they always say to beware when you see salon brands at CVS or Rite Aid or whatever, because it could be counterfeit or tampered with or old or gross or whatever. So I only ever buy it at a real hair supply store, such as like Cosmoprof or Ricky's, stuff like that. It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. Number 2. Number 1 is something that I've actually had for a while, and every time I would go and edit my 5 favorite video and post it, since I've gotten this thing, I'm like, wait, why haven't I talked about this in a video before? So it is number 1, and that is my wig dryer. I'm so happy. I love my wig dryer. It is probably one of my favorite things of all time. Went to beauty school, or if you ever worked in theater, I'm sure they had a mannequin or a wig dryer. And basically all it is it's a wooden cabinet with a heating element in the top that blows hot air, and you put mannequins or wig heads in it and it dries them. And for me, working at home, doing a lot of commissions, designing shows, doing wigs for clients, stuff like that, I sometimes would run into, like, I would get backed up because wigs were wet, wigs weren't dried enough, I needed to heat set it or something. So a soft bonnet dryer hooked into like a cardboard box, and then for human hair I would put a blow dryer in the cardboard box, and that would just make my apartment smell like burnt hair. And there were some times where I actually fried part of the wig with the blow dryer, and it just was a hot mess. So I decided I really wanted to get a wig dryer. Knew that I wanted to get a small cabinet in my kitchen so that I could put my coffee maker and toaster and stuff on top of it, and then have storage on the inside. And then I was at Motown for day work, and I looked over at the wig dryer, and they had a 6 head, which is the shorter one, and I was like, that would be perfect. So I got out my measuring tape and I measured it, and it turns out it was the exact size that I needed. So I was determined to get myself a 6 head wig dryer. I was at Motown for day work. I went to dinner at like Chipotle or something, and then I was at Cinderella for the evening show. So I just kind of went up 6 blocks. And as I walk into Cinderella, I get a Facebook message from a friend of mine, Miss Paprika Swirl, and she was closing her wardrobe studio, and she had 2 9-head wig dryers that she wanted to sell. Like, that's kismet. Like, I literally talked about it, and it happened. So I was able to buy her 9-head wig dryer for $400, which is about a fourth of what they normally cost. They're usually at least like $1,200 or $1,500, and I got mine for $400, and that's just amazing. I'm just gonna switch over to my iPhone right now, and I'm gonna show you guys what that's all about. Okay, so here we are in my kitchen. It's not really big. That's a dead plant. It's not that big. And here is my wig dryer and my coffee pot, my Keurig, my toaster, and my coffee canisters up top there. And basically all this is it's a wooden cabinet, and it has 2 doors on it, and then there's a wig in it actually that I was using. I'm drying her right now. And there's 2 shelves, and then on the bottom right there is my wash bins that I wash my wigs in, and since, you know, they're plastic, I just leave them in there even when it's running. And then up here is the temperature gauge, which goes from low to high. and I had it like at low, medium because it was a synthetic. It was an iron safe synthetic, so I had it up a little higher. Usually on synthetic you'll have it on low. And then you have the timer here. And that's what turns it on or off. And I know you guys are probably wondering, oh my god, Bobby, you live in Manhattan. How do you have the space to just have this empty wooden cabinet in your apartment all the time? And I will show you guys that in a second. So this is what my wig dryer looks like 99% of the time. I turned it into a recycling center. So these are just reusable shopping bags, and I have one for cardboard, one for plastic, and one for metal and glass. And then on the bottom, I have this little guy here, which is all my wig washing shampoos and stuff, my conditioners, all of that, my little Cool Whip container of baking soda, and I have my tubs down there for washing. When I'm ready to use it, I kind of just pull everything out of the wig dryer and I put it on the floor next to it, and then when I'm done, everything goes back in, safe and sound, can't see it, and yeah, dual purpose. That's what happens when you live in Manhattan. MacGyver. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, my 5 favorite things, and my quick little messy kitchen tour. Sorry about the dead plant. Who would have known? Orchids are really difficult to take care of. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, ideas for future videos, my email is info@bobbypins.com. It's down in the box. Be sure to reach out to me on facebook.com/bobbypins, here on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr as WigginOutBZ. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys next week for another Wiggy Weevy Wednesday. Hopefully I'll actually be able to post it on Wednesday this time. Here's hoping.